Are we willing to do that same thing? Are we willing to say, God, you've promised that you will oversee my family. God, we're living for you. And not that everything has to be roses, but God, enough is enough. I need things to change. Make me aware in my life what I can change. Make me aware of what needs to happen in my life so that I can be in alignment with you. God, what needs to happen in my church that we can begin to move and move beyond this plateau we've reached? How can we move beyond that? You're the head of the church, God. Give us a vision. Give us a fresh call. Give us an idea. What can we do to change where we're at to be the church you've called us to be? What can I do, God, as a Christian? What needs to change in my life that I then become more and more like your Son? And we need to have the confidence that God is going to answer that and make those changes. Give us that vision. Give us what needs to be done so that we can move beyond where we're at. The fifth thing that Nehemiah says is he moves to commitment. We didn't read it today, but you will see that Nehemiah goes to the king. Goes to Artaxerxes and says, I need to go back to my people. I need to go back to the land of my ancestors, and I need to go rebuild what's been torn down. And oh, by the way, king, I'm going to be gone for at least 3 years. I need a leave of absence from this palace, from serving you for 3 years while I go rebuild Jerusalem. He made a commitment. When he knew God was saying, Nehemiah, you're the man who needs to go build Jerusalem. You're the man who needs to go back and build those walls. You're the man who needs to go back and build back up Jerusalem. And he goes. He commits. I'm positive that even if the king said, I am not allowing you to be gone for 3 years. I may allow you to go for a couple of weeks, but you are not leaving my kingdom for 3 years. Nehemiah would have done it anyway. But Nehemiah had worked so much at building his reputation with the king that the king didn't even question it. The king not only didn't question it, the king gave him the stuff to begin to rebuild it and gave him the letter so that if other people came to stop him or other people came to fight against him and his people, he could say, here, by the order of King Artaxerxes, I am allowed to do this. Get out of my way. Or you will have the king coming after you if you come after me. He had the commitment to do what he knew God was calling him to do. Now there's a natural progression that happens there. He moves from concern to conviction. From conviction to confession. From confession to confidence. From confidence to commitment. natural progression there that should happen in our prayer lives as well, that should happen in our lives. You see, this is the first of 12 prayers that are recorded in Nehemiah. And there's a progression that happens even in those prayers, because they begin in Persia, where he is the cupbearer to the king. The 12th prayer happens in Jerusalem as it's rebuilt. Are we willing to commit to that? Are we willing to say, God, it's not enough that I'm concerned. It's not enough that I'm convicted. It's not enough that I've confessed my sin. But God, I am going to commit to do what you called me to do. This was a very challenging sermon for me to write. Because like I said, I'm the dove. And this forces me to become an eagle and forces me to become into that realm that I don't like to be in. But the Lord is challenging me, and I'm praying that He's challenging you. These are the steps that we need to go through. Every one of us. Do we have challenges ahead of us as a church? Yes, we do. Do I believe God has all the answers and that He's going to bring the people to answer that? Yes, I do. Are there growing pains that happen because of it? Yes. But are we going to be patient enough for God to do what He wants to do instead of jumping in and trying to do it our own self? And I don't know where you're at, and I don't know if this sermon even spoke to you, but I can tell you it challenged me. And as I was writing this, I had to fight back tears several times, because I'm like, God, I failed in so many areas here. But it also made me more committed, because I'm not going to wallow in that mire and muck, and I'm not going to wallow in what coulda, shoulda, or would have been. I am now committed to do whatever God's calling us to do. I'm committed to draw that line in the sand that says, Satan, no more. You can't have any more of my family. You can't have any more of my health. You can't have any more of my members. You can't have any more. You just can't. I'm not going to sit by idly while you do it. There will be a battle that happens, and I'm going to stop with everything I got. And when I say that, can I tell you that I'm not some big, spiritual battle, spiritual battle? Yes, there is a spiritual battle, but no, I am not over the line of that. No, I don't think that everything that happens to people is because of a spiritual issue. No, I'm not that kind of person. Is there a spiritual battle? Absolutely. Do we need to be aware